Matty, Sam, I don't really know where to start on that one. Can you be frustrated after a 5-point win?
Yeah, we spoke about it after the game that we are probably frustrated, and it's good to have frustrations because we left probably a lot of points out there. So there's a lot of frustrations in there, but to blood kind of two 18-year-olds from the Colts and then still walk away with kind of a 5-point victory is fantastic for us as a club and what we're trying to achieve this year.
They made it very difficult for you this afternoon. I know they're bottom of the table, but they didn't play like a bottom of the table side, did they? They made it very, very frustrating for your side.
Yeah, massively. And we know that, and we just obviously kind of spoke about it, is that any team can beat any team on their day at the moment. And we're just kind of working kind of hard in kind of areas, but we're not kind of putting teams away at the moment, which is obviously a little bit of the frustration kind of side of things. And we're just kind of backing ourselves into a bit of a corner and kind of making sure we kind of go for 80 minutes rather than kind of putting kind of the foot to the kind of throttle and kind of putting teams away.
Sam, half-time, 12-7 up, a fairly frustrating first half. What was your message to the boys, because you came out of the traps in that second half flying?
I reckon it's sort of how the sort of purple patch that we've been in, how it sort of played out. I think the first halves in these games, the intensity is quite high. So that means there's probably a few more errors than we would like, but also the intensity is high for other teams, especially when playing here. They want to come here and beat us. I don't know if that's down to our fitness or when we do decide to really put the foot down, it seems that there's a lot of teams that can't hang with us. But sort of what you're talking about before with Jonesy, I think the most frustrating thing is it's our errors that are letting teams into the game, and also on the back of what Jonesy said, they're a tough side, exactly in the same position that we were in last year, and they came here to win and they gave us a tough fight, so full credit to them. They did make it hard for us, but at the end of the day, I think sort of what we were talking about before, the frustration comes because the what's the word, we haven't put together our best 80 minutes. We can do 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes there, and then just enough to squeak by. So I think that's where the frustration comes from. But like you said at the start, it's a win's a win. And in these leagues, we just like this position last year, we'd do anything for a win. So it's proud of the boys, and like Josie said as well, we've got a whole bunch of young boys coming through, and that's the most positive thing to get the win for them today. So
I'm probably quite disappointed with, I guess, the nature of the tries. I mean, I think from memory, one of them, which straight from the kick-off, we then lose the ball in first, second phase contact, and then out of nowhere the ball's out wide and they've scored. Like they're soft tries, aren't they, to concede, and it's a way back in the game for them. I think that comes down to once we make an error, we make 3, 4, 5, 6 errors in a row. So it's compounding errors. So once we mess up one time, we really, really mess up, as opposed to try and get momentum back, try and get the ball back and start playing. It sort of goes out the window. Once the game sort of goes our way again and we get momentum, then we sort of come back. So we're going to have a big week of training this week, and we're really going to cut down on those compounding errors, because that's what the team does. Like you just said, miss the kickoff, turn it over, miss tackle, try in the corner straight away after we'd had them on the pump. So that, yeah, like I say, that was a bit frustrating. But Matty, obviously you made quite a bold call in the week to give Nathan and to give them both their debuts. Just talk to me around the decision there and how you felt they got on, because to be honest, when they came off the bench, they didn't really look out of place. Yeah,
definitely. There's obviously a lot that goes on kind of behind the scenes, and myself and Rob are working kind of fairly kind of closely together with obviously the kind of Colts and the seniors. So they probably kind of don't see it as much kind of like with kind of seniors kind of trainings, but they're really impressing and they're kind of standing out at kind of that Colts level. So we want to make sure that we kind of give these guys an opportunity, and like what we kind of said to the boys after the game, that they didn't kind of look out of place at all. They really kind of put their hand up, and